The United States Treasury Department proudly presents your Guest Star Show of the Month. This is Del Sharbutt inviting you to join your host, Merv Griffin, and Mort Lindsey and his orchestra in today's guest stars, the United States Air Force Academy Cadet Chorale. Your Guest Star Show of the Month is brought to you by the Savings Bonds Division of the United States Treasury Department. Each month, we bring you 25 minutes of top-flight entertainment together with some information about savings bonds and freedom shares and how you can put them to work in your own savings program. Now, here's your host, Merv Griffin.
Thank you, Del, and welcome to Guest Star. Today, we're very proud and privileged to present to you the United States Air Force Academy Cadet Chorale as our very special guests. The choir, which consists of 65 cadets from the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado, is directed by Mr. James Roger Boyd, who also happens to be their organist. Mr. Boyd is assisted by Mr. Edmund Ladusso. A little more on the background on the choir and on the Air Force Academy a little later on in the show. Right now, here is the chorale with their rendition of He's Got the Whole World in His Hands.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the little bitty baby in his hands. He's got the little bitty baby in his hands. He's got the little bitty baby in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. In his hands. He's got the whole world in. Oh, he's got everybody in his hands. He's got everybody here, right in his hands. He's got everybody here, right in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his
Well, that's really an impressive version of He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, and I thank you, gentlemen. You know, on my television show, I get to sing along and perform with many of my guests, but I've never had the pleasure of performing with a choir. So today, I got the perfect opportunity with the United States Air Force Academy Cadet Choir as my guests. And the next number the cadets have chosen to do is a beautiful poem, The Pastures, by Robert Frost.
To clean the pasture spring, I'll only stop to rake the leaves away, and wait to watch the water clear. I shan't be gone long. I shan't be gone long. You come to.
I'm going out to clean the pasture spring. I'll only stop to rake the leaves away, and wait to watch the water clear. I may. I shan't be gone long. You come too.
I'm going out to fetch the little calf that's standing by the mother. It's so young it totters when she licks it with her tongue. I shall be gone long. You come to.
I'm going out to fetch the little calf that's standing by the mother. It's so young, it totters when she licks it with her tongue. I shan't be gone long. You come too. A lovely poem by one of America's great poet laureates, the late Robert Frost. I enjoyed working with you so much I think I'll try it again later on in the show, but right now, here's Del Sharbutt with some good advice about United States savings bonds.
Right, Merv. You know, a lot of people think saving money is a dying art. Sure, you're in favor of it, and you'd like to believe in it, but when you see how bills eat up paychecks, it makes saving seem almost impossible. So try the payroll savings plan for United States savings bonds and see how easy it is when it's automatic. Sign up for the payroll savings plan where you work. Payday by payday, your bonds keep piling up and building security into your future. If you think you can't save, you don't know payroll savings.
Follow the eagle, the red, white, and blue eagle. Take stock in America by U.S. savings bonds.
This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. I pledge my allegiance, America the whole. For this is my country, to have and to own.
This is the United States Treasury Department's Guest Star Show of the Month, starring the United States Air Force Academy Cadet Chorale and the Lindsey Orchestra. I'm Del Sharbutt, and here's your host, Merv Griffin.
The United States Air Force Academy Cadet Choirs made many public guest appearances. They've been with the Ed Sullivan Show as frequent guests, and locally they've appeared with the Denver Symphony and several of the large churches in the Denver area. But right now, on Guest Star, they'd like to do an old favorite. Good night, ladies.
Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Merrily we roll along, roll along, roll along. Merrily we roll along o'er the deep blue sea. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night. Oh, we're going to leave you. Oh, we're going to leave you now. Merrily we roll along, we roll along. Merrily we roll so merrily o'er the deep blue sea. Merrily we roll along, we roll along. Merrily we roll so merrily o'er the deep blue sea. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Merrily we roll along, roll along, roll along. Merrily we roll along o'er the deep blue sea. Merrily we roll, 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 roll along. Merrily we roll so merrily o'er the deep blue sea.
Thank you, men. Well, I see Mort Lindsey and his civilians are ready, and I'd like to sing a song with them. It's called That's All.
I can only give you love that lasts forever, and the promise to be near each time you call, and the only heart I own for you and you alone. That's all. That's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light will warm the winter night. That's all. That's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time can only destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore for now and evermore. That's all. That's all.
Well, Mort, if I may, I'd like to borrow the piano for a couple of minutes.
To the tables down at Morris, to the place where Louis dwells, to the dear old Temple Bar we love so well.
Today, as in the past, there is still Maury's at Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut. And there are still the Wiffenpoofs raising their voices in song. Although the fellows graduate each year, the group changes, but it's still there as in the past. And right now, the United States Air Force Academy Cadet Chorale would like to salute this legendary singing group, the Wiffenpoofs, with their very own song, the Wiffenpoof song. Brings back such memories of college days. Speaking of college, I'm sure you'd like to know a little about the Air Force Academy. The Academy is a fairly new school. World War II demonstrated the dominant role that air power plays in the defense of our country. Therefore, there arose the need for an institution to prepare men who would dedicate themselves to a career in aerospace purposes. Out of this need came the Air Force Academy, which Congress authorized on April 1st, 1954. As at West Point and Annapolis, the Air Force Academy instills a strong sense of character and leadership in the cadets. The cadets began to move into their new headquarters at Colorado Springs, Colorado, in August of 1958. Now that I've given you some background on the Academy, Del Sharbutt is back to give you some hints on saving money. Del?
Thanks, Merv. Somewhere between your paycheck and the bank, do you get stopped by the supermarket, an insurance premium, the rent, a car payment, and a child with 2 cavities? And so none of that paycheck gets saved? That's you, huh? Then join the millions who save their money before it gets away from them. They use the payroll savings plan to buy United States savings bonds automatically before anything else gets at the money. Sew up the hole in your payday pocket. Ask about the payroll savings plan where you work. Now back to Merv and his guests for today, the United States Air Force Academy Cadet Chorale.
Thank you, Del. There is a poem written by Sam Walter Foss entitled Bring Me Men, which characterizes the type of outstanding young men sought by the Air Force Academy. To wind up the show, I'd like to join the chorale in this beautiful poem set to music. Bring me men.
Men to match my mountains, bring me men. Bring me men to match my mountains, bring me men to match my plains. Men with empires in their purpose and new eras in their brains. Bring me men to match my prairies, men to match my inland seas. Men whose thoughts shall pave a highway up to ampler destinies. Pioneers
Bring me men to match my forests, strong to fight the storm and blast, branching toward the skyey future, rooted in the fertile past. Bring me men to match my valleys, tolerant of sun and snow, men within whose fruitful purpose time's consummate blooms shall grow. Men to tame the tigerish instincts of the lair and cave and den, cleanse the dragon's slime of nature. Bring me men.
Bring me men to match my rivers, continent cleavers flowing free, drawn by the eternal madness to be mingled with the sea, men of oceanic impulse, men whose moral currents sweep toward the wide enfolding ocean of an undiscovered deep, men who feel the strong pulsation of the central sea, and then climb their currents to its earth throb. Bring me men, bring me men, bring me men.
A very inspiring poem and beautifully done by our very special guest today on Guest Star, the United States Air Force Academy Cadet Chorale. And I thank you so much for joining us, gentlemen, and we hope to have you back in the very near future.
This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. I pledge my allegiance, America the bold, for this is my country, to have and to own.
You've been listening to your Guest Star Show of the Month. Today, featuring the United States Air Force Academy Cadet Chorale and Mort Lindsey and his orchestra. This is Del Sharbutt, speaking on behalf of the United States Treasury Department.
Until next month, this is Merv Griffin saying so long and reminding you to save regularly by buying United States savings bonds and freedom shares. It's in your interest to do so.